This is another one of my modified crossbows. The stock is PSE and it's the PSE Reaper. It's quite an old crossbow, and the limbs in the front, if you have a look, it's made by Carbon Express. It says covert 3.3. Now when I got this crossbow with the PSE limbs, they were cracked and the owner wasn't really interested in fixing it, so I took the limbs off and I managed to get hold of a Carbon Express, the complete front bit. This is the riser, the Carbon Express riser. So I took the limbs off, but they wouldn't fit in the PSE. This is the PSE limb pocket, and these limbs are much wider, so it doesn't fit in there. So what I did was, this is the original Carbon Express limb pockets, which I put onto the PSE, but the PSE limb is much thinner, so there was a gap and the limbs would move up and down. So I've made this sheet metal insert inside here, and these little grooves are cut into the Carbon Express limbs, and I'll just put a bolt all the way through. It comes out at the bottom there. There you can see a piece of the sheet metal coming out, and once I did this, there was no up and down movement and the limbs were secure. I used the original Carbon Express cables with the Carbon Express cams. Now the PSE Reaper didn't come with these stoppers, but the Carbon Express bow had it, so I just drilled 2 holes and I put them in, and these 2 rubbers comes off a Matthews compound bow. So I've modified this. It shoots well. It's not extremely fast. It shoots at about 290 feet a second, but it's quite a heavy bow. So what I did was I went to our local hardware store and I bought this fitting. It's for a compressed air hose, which I made a little fitting, and you just clip it in there, and this can be adjusted if you want to hold it against you, or you can make it long for a stand. So I've made this just to, you know, if you want to have dead rest, and it just clips off. Incidentally, that pole comes from a closed steamer that I scrapped. So I'm going to shoot this bow now. I use a rope cocking device, and these little brass rollers are very noisy on this particular cocking device. It's quite a long bow, so I have difficulty in reaching it, and it's probably got about a 90-pound pull. It's a very easy bow to pull, and I find you can shoot arrows of 18 inches, but this is a 20-inch arrow. This scope comes off an air gun, which works well here, and it's quite accurate. And this is one of my modified bows.